touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Chase McLaughlin to kick
So
off.
all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
46-yard line.
Here's Nix. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Captain. Hold on a second. Ready. Away.
To throw is Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And the Broncos first down. A gain of 16 yards.
They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing Nix. Through the middle of the field. And they take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Pat Bryant, 31 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 48.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a bunker. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. It's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Now it's Nix.
Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Bombers. Hey, Sean, let's go!
Nix from the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, chill. Captain. Bombers.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Targets England for another grab.
So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the Bucs 3-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Captain.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Pat Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Buccaneers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A run up the middle with Irving. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Bucky Irving, 65 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now they'll change things up.
Captain.
To throw, here's Nix.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Motion.
Nix to the air. He'll try and do this himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up outright, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out at counter 2 too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Here's Nix once more. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Hey, alert 33.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up the defensive touchdown.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Riley Dixon now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And taken right on the 30. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
48-yard line.
Captain.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one too low.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, Broncos got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw. Nix.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Hey, bombers, bombers, bombers. Show.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up when we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And fighting down inside the 25. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Nix. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
180! Pistol. Point it right.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
20!
Straight ahead, it's Irvin.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. After getting stumped on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Now Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And they'll go on the ground. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dance up for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7th.
A gain of 4. It's
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Mayfield down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Run. 180!
To throw, Mayfield. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level.
So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Nix. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium here. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Baker changing the play at the line.
Here's Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Harvey. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Nix looking to throw again. They'll swing this out to Harvey.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To throw, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Captain. Hold on a second. Hey. Olay.
Mix to throw again.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
We're good.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and goal.
Mix to the air.
Touchdown, Broncos. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
What's good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
180. Run.
Mayfield to throw it. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield.
Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Handoff running left, Irving.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Zion McCollum. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Hey, motion. Shanahan. Away.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And it is caught. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll look to throw again.
And this will be into the hands of Ingram downfield.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Nix from the shotgun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nix going to keep this himself. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
180! Alert! What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Pistol. 180! Hey, alert!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Captain.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. This is first and 10. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line.
A gain of a yard.
Here's Baker.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Now Mayfield. Pass complete to Shepard.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Here's first down.
Set. 220.
Mayfield.
He finds his target. It's Evans.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Denver.
Now it's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Toward the pylon, caught. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this